Hi there. We're back with more Snake's Revenge. Let's get started. The more astute of you might have noticed there's a bit of a discrepancy with my equipment. Let me explain why. Right. So if you don't have enough oxygen tanks for this section, it's not going to be very fun. In fact, I think it probably won't be doable at all. We have a new little gameplay element here. These little walls you need to destroy with C4. All the while your oxygen meter is just slowly ticking down. The game's pretty good about making you use pretty much all of your available oxygen every single time you come into one of these underwater sections. Up ahead we're going to encounter a couple of new enemies. Although enemies isn't quite the correct term. These little mines here that roll around, I think they do about 2 or 3 bars of damage if you run into them. They're pretty annoying. They have almost a random movement pattern. So you just have to kind of sit here and wait, and wait, and wait, until they give you the right opening where you can just jump over both of them and get past the camera at the same time. Right about now. That was pretty close. And here's the second new enemy. This little floating UFO-shaped thing electrifies the water if you touch it. Or actually if there's an alert going on as well. So as long as you're in the water, you'll be taking damage. How to deal with this particular one, you'll notice that it kind of has a moment of pause after it bounces off the side of an object, and you just wait for it to come over there and obviously blow it up with a thing of C4. This one you don't have to destroy at all. You just duck under it. And here I do something kind of stupid. Yep, forgot that he turns around. Yeah, I'm really not in the mood to deal with these guys as shit. Gonna refill a few of these. The oxygen tanks, you never know. Well, actually I do kinda know, but I still need them. I think it's kind of funny how whenever I enter the elevator section, Snake is like in midair. It's like he's doing that little, if you've ever played the Mega Man series and you come to the boss doors, well, if you were me, you always had to jump through them so you're in midair during that screen transition. It's like Snake is a fan of that and he does the same thing. Well, looks like John's captors are incompetent as well. At least the incompetence goes around, you know. It's not limited solely to our side. It's rampant. So there's 2 trains I can take. I'm not going to enter the right one because all that is just a train completely full of guards. And I don't think there's a way to actually avoid being spotted. The train is kind of a neat section. It has one of my favorite tracks in the game. It's oddly specific, John. How would you know that anyway? Aren't you tied up? The train introduces a few things. While you could discover these earlier, I didn't really do that because mostly they involve dying. You know, these look suspiciously like traps to me, John. These aren't too bad. If you step on them, you take damage. the damage isn't horrible. I think it's 2 bars per thing. Yeah, 2. And you have a little bit of an invincibility frame, so I quite often just take the hit and plow through them. You can get unlimited rations on the train, and you'll see how that works in just a moment, so they don't bother me that much. It's probably John again? Yep. In the third car, there are no enemies here. Okay, good to know. And here, if I'm right, have some grenades. Only need 1. I had about 17 or so, so that'll bring me back up to full. And I'm selecting the missile because in the next room we have a new enemy type. These guys, they use claymore mines against us. The claymore mines hit pretty hard. You saw that there. I lost about 5 bars of health. But every time you kill one, they drop a ration. So if you can avoid having to use one during every fight, you'll come out at a net profit every single time. Rather easy to exploit. Some ammo. If you're wondering why I'm taking that kind of circular route, it's because I'm very paranoid about what might happen. Some rooms contain something not so nice. Yeah, they're traps. You know how John said there weren't any? Yeah, well, he was misinformed. The pit traps, they widen up once you step on them, kind of rapidly dropping the floor out from under you. I think this is the room where John is. Actually, no, this is the second car. What am I talking about? I call him anyway. Am I in front of your room, John? Probably not. Anyway, the pit traps, they, again, they drop the floor out from under you and instantly kill you. And just, again, showing how easy it is to take these guys down. Again, they're really just there to refill your ration stock. Metal Gear 1, the first one, had the pit traps as well, and they function in the same way. If you're caught in one of them, it's instant death. Instant game over, so I don't want to do that. I went past the text there, but that's an X-ray camera. So now Snake can see through people's clothes and stuff, I guess. It comes in handy for a specific thing later. So this is the room where John is. If I can't open it... Yeah, I can't open it with any of the cards I possess now. We'll go remedy that in this next car. Speaking of cars, that was the third car, and those were enemies. Oh, it's card 3, isn't it? Yep. A hostage? That information he gives you is actually pretty useful. If you jump off, or, well, fall off the coupling in between the cars normally while the train's moving, again, that's instant death. So if you're playing the game normally and you discover that for yourself, that, you know, jumping off the rails, or jumping off the cars kills you, you might be a little confused as to how to progress the game. Because once the train stops, it's like, well, where do I go? Do I just go back to the first car and meander around until something happens, or what? I like this guy, he's kind of funny. He reminds me of this part in Splinter Cell, I can't remember what game it was, I think it was Chaos Theory, where Sam Fisher's like interrogating some guy if you interrogate one of the guards. Sam says, you know, give me some intelligence or I'm gonna kill you. And the guard's all, well, I don't have any intelligence. And Sam just kind of laughs, he chuckles and says, haha, you just called yourself stupid. Yeah, it's kind of funny. Refill my health. So we've got card 4, that should open that door. Let's give John a call just for giggles. Hurry up, I'm hiding from the enemy. John, I'm right here. You can see me through the open door. I can see you. Well, okay. Yeah, that's what the pit traps look like. It is possible to avoid them if you have excellent reflexes. But other than that, it's more just knowing where they are. You know, I'm beginning to feel that John isn't quite what he seems. Well, there's a shocker. I bet none of you saw that one coming. So John is our next boss, and he's actually not that tough. The claymores he uses, they do quite a bit of damage, but if you stand in this corner where I am, half of them will miss you. And all you have to do is bombard him with missiles. The remote control missiles I'm using, they do a ton of damage. But John has quite a bit of health, and that's really the only thing he's got going for him. And even with that amount of health, you saw he didn't last too long. Powered armor, I'm not sure if this is a translation error or what, but it doesn't actually function as armor. It's used for some unique gameplay element later. It doesn't decrease the amount of damage you take or anything. So the train is stopped. And let's give this a shot. Jump off here. Oh hey, it's Nick! The military operation is a go. Well, thanks a lot, Nick. I was worried that this was all just a training exercise. I honestly don't know. Again, a little bit of a translation error there, I suppose. Anyway, see you next time.